Wake up, world. It is the first of the month. Welcome to Main Event Wrestling Network's The Hobby Hour. We are here for episode 2 with Tucky of the On the Mark Wrestling Podcast and Tucker Talks Turf.
Come on now.
How you doing?
Oh, life is good. I'm excited to chat some figures. A little change of pace. My collection's very personal. I don't haven't put it out there a ton, but it's something that I've really enjoyed. And then the Tucker Talks Turf stuff has been fun. We started that at the end of September as a way to try to use content creation to improve our program, and we're off to a great start. So that's been fun. I love cutting grass and taking care of the field, and I think a good coach keeps a good field, and so that's been a lot of fun too. But I'm excited to chat it up and show off the collection a little bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, we've been talking about getting together for something for a long time. Ever since you started mentioning your figures more on the Mark podcast, it was like we got to get something to highlight this. Like, you're showing off something or you're offering to give something away while you've just got, exactly. You've got walls and I imagine plastic tubs full of figures put away somewhere.
Oh yeah. There's still a bin at my parents' attic with all the figures. And I've been able to get a couple of them back in their mint in box form. So excited. Yeah.
That is insane, man. That's an insane collection. And that's just a taste of what you got. We had been chopping it up with Kyle, throwing out ideas for the marathon streams we've been doing and stuff to kind of like, so it's not just wrestling all the way through, to keep different eyes in, bring different people in. And I thought, we're all a bunch of nerds for something, you know what I mean? Why don't we shed some light on what we like to do, what we enjoy collecting? The first episode, we got a bunch of guys together to talk cards, show off some wrestling cards, some other cards. We'll get them together for some other episodes in the future. But I really, 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 really wanted to do this one with you because it's so special to me, because it was like, this collection of yours and the On the Mark podcast were the inspiration for this show, which was easy for me to throw it out as an idea. Like, hey, how about we try something where we talk about our hobbies? And, and with your schedule, with baseball and stuff and everything got going on at home and probably other jobs, if anything, you've got your schedule just completely booked. So it was great to finally make this happen. I didn't want to do episode 2 without making this about you. So,
I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm excited.
Of course, man. The Brown and Tuck connection, man. It's
you know what?
It's finally happening.
And holding it down in the Pacific time zone. We're
exactly. We're on the West Coast.
West Coast
Main Event Wrestling Network.
West Side, yes, sir.
I think we also have Shady out here. Dark Star Shady. He's part of the Blog World Order. But yeah, that's 3 guys on the West Coast that I could think of. So it feels pretty good to not be the only guy that has to get up early for something like this while everybody else. People
sleep on those 4:00 starts for baseball games and stuff like that. When I'm a Red Sox fan, so when they're playing at home, the 4:00 game is completely done. You got the rest of the night. I love the time zone out here.
Yeah, it's West Coast is fun, and then we're about to change. I think the time goes back an hour, or goes forward an hour this week.
It goes, it'll kick back an hour. So
we get an extra hour.
We should get
Oh, so that means it's gonna get darker sooner. Damn.
Yep, tonight.
Yeah. I make deliveries, so it's crazy to be out there when it gets dark. You can't see shit.
Yeah, no kidding. I bet.
So I gotta start going in a little more hot-headed and get shit done earlier.
Yeah.
But to jump back to that, I gotta know, when did it start? What kick-started your collection for you?
So, for my actual collection now, kickstarted because I had disposable income, and I, it actually one of my 5 figures I'm going to showcase started all of it with Kyle Gagliardi at a Kevin Owens meet and greet at a Walmart. Before he came back for the NXT War Games. So when he came back on the day of the show, Kyle and I found a free meet and greet at a Walmart.
Oh,
and
shit.
Kyle actually bought, and that night, yep. And Kyle said, hey, we'll see you at NXT tonight. And he was like, yeah, I wish. And he made that return. And so it started with, so that was crazy. It started with I got the basic figure, and Kyle got the elite. And now all I collect is elites and up. And
Look at
so
that.
that's the figure that Kyle got, and I've got the basic from Series 96 here. But man, that was fun to meet somebody that you see on TV that you've grown an affinity for. I collected figures when I was a kid, but we were beating the hell out of them, and our friends, we would get figures and do matches, and so I didn't collect any of those in the box, and now I get the best of both worlds because I can buy Augie, the basics, and he just smashes them together and throws them down and yells boom and does the 3 count with the ref. And so I get play and display today. And so the Kevin Owens meet and greet started it. And then it went to, I got an Otis figure because Otis was my guy and it was on clearance. And most of this collection, I would say 75% of the collection, I didn't pay full price for. Finding deals and specials, and so I'm kind of a seasonal shopper now. Like all with Black Friday coming up, usually SummerSlam weekend I do a hit because I'm at SummerSlam. I'll pick up a few, the holiday season, and then usually the springtime. So I'm adding 4 or 6 at a time a few times now. When I was first starting to build the collection, I mean, you get addicted to it, and you find $3 figure, $4 figure, $5 figure. So I'm not a completionist. I don't have a full set of anything unless we go through my spreadsheet, and you could probably. But I collect figures that I like. Wrestlers I don't have. I have multiple of some figures. bit.ly/Tucky's Fig List. You can see the spreadsheet.
Damn.
Yeah. So so this is my spreadsheet there. I've got my WWE figures, my AEW figures, multi-packs, and then autos are on one slide too. And so that's a really helpful tool for me, a Google Sheet, because when I'm out and about, sometimes I forget what I have. And so
come on.
I don't know if I have that. I'm standing at WrestleCon. I got my spreadsheet open. I'm like, I already have this one. I don't need that one. And so it's been something where also I've got the Halloween Havoc mixer running behind. I wanted something on the TV, and so shout out to the Main Event Wrestling Network. But yeah, when it all started standing in line with Kyle, which I've done so many more times since then, whether it's standing in line for meet and greets or at conventions. And so over the last, I don't know, 5 years, it was before COVID. So 6 years is where I probably started building over time. And now we kind of consider it Augie's college fund at this point, that I'm probably not going to sell off the collection, but when I pass away, if he doesn't want to keep it, I think there's a little bit of money in it. So
why not? Yeah.
So it's an investment of the craft, and homage to my childhood. Wrestling was something I bonded with my dad over hugely. And then to be able to take him to the Hell in a Cell, where Cody faced Seth with the torn pec, and then to have that in a figure now, it's a way to just kind of remember my wrestling affinity, my relationship with my dad, the close-knit friendships. Because here's when you're growing up, like, you never realize the last time you're playing with your friends. Everyone's got that point where that was the last time you were playing with your homies, and this is a way for me to try to still kind of stay attached to that. You
just had to drop that on me, didn't you? That would hurt a little bit. I just started thinking about it, like, damn, when is the last time we all got together?
You never walked away. Like now, John Cena's on his retirement tour. We never hung our boots in the playground.
Damn.
Because we always
hit up all my homies and fucking crying and shit. You guys want to get together and play?
Hey, let's play wiffle. Yeah, we got to play wiffle ball, dude. Let's go. We got a flea market here. Let's go run the tables.
Damn. No, that's true, man. That's very true, especially with the experiences you and Kyle have had together. So that builds a bond. And for anything like this that comes up, it's like automatic. Like, hey, we're going, right? Yeah, we're going.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the beauty of the Main Event Wrestling Network. You and I would not have the friendship that we have, spanning the country and the globe now, and the hobby. A lot of people will look at a lot of the. If you're not into it, sometimes it doesn't make sense. But when you're in the hobby, whether it's collecting cards, I've got boxes and boxes of baseball and wrestling cards behind me. It's a way to stay connected to your experiences, and that's what Main Event Wrestling Network has allowed us to do as well, from talking figs to talking wrestling to helping each other. Our group chat is incredible, so the Main Event Wrestling Network is the place to be.
No, it really is. It's really fun to see just how indifferent all of us are, but different at the same time. Like, we're literally the same people. We get along so well together. We build off each other, and that's how we get these shows put together, is because we have that friendship instead of just being a bunch of different guys that have their own thing going on, and they're all affiliates, so to speak.
I think our group chats and the way we communicate with each other, there have been times where not everybody agrees, or there's been a point of conflict, but a group of people communicating and talking through it. In a world, like in a pro internet wrestling community, that can be quite toxic at sometimes. Like, I know for me, being 2,000 miles away from a lot of people, the Main Event Wrestling Network keeps me together and has people that I know are looking out for me in some shape or fashion, whether I'm with them in person or closer to a guy like you on the West Coast here, just chatting figs.
Yeah, exactly. We've all got our bond, and it only gets stronger. The more we all do together, the more we keep talking to each other, supporting each other. We're just going to get better and stronger together. So it's good to see us grow like this. It's good to see that everybody we bring in after we jump them in the group chat, you know what I mean? They're part of the gang, and we extend the love to all of them the same.
Yep.
So, and that's why it was so easy to get this put together. And I'm just really excited to see what you got cooking, man.
So do you want to look at some of the exclusives and things like that?
You mentioned something about 3-packs. Show me some 3-packs.
Okay. So,
and I want to hear a story about them, like, because you said you collect what you like, so I want to know what drew you to them. I think everybody wants to know too.
We'll start off with this. So now where I'm at in my collecting, new first in lines, things like that, but I kind of hunt exclusives a little bit more, and I don't have all of them. I'm still hunting some Cenas and things like that, but this is a 4-pack, the WWE Defining Moments 4-pack. Nice. And so this comes in a box with 4 figures in separate packages, and I'll highlight this Cody here because this is kind of a cool one. So it's
like one of those like Blu-ray display case style things, huh?
Yeah. So the it's got the Defining Moments packaging. This is Cody with the torn pec. Nice. So it comes with the torn pec and a bull rope, and so to have a figure that represents a moment in my wrestling journey with my dad, being able to buy him a ticket and get him to the show and drive us home, and then the news of the day, like we heard that day that he had a torn pec, but he was still going. I was throwing axes with Kyle and Bogus at an axe throwing place, and dealing with the news throughout the day. So this is a pretty cool one. It also
said throwing axes.
We were, yeah. Comes with a Mick Foley Hell in a Cell match where he's got the tooth in his nose.
Oh shit. Oh, so that image that you see all the time when it says, don't try this at home.
Yep. And so that's from the Hell in a Cell match.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You've got the Shawn Michaels from Royal Rumble 97.
Nice.
And then we got the Bret Hart here. And it's
all the little details.
Yeah, and that's why I like, elites and up. So that's a pretty cool 4-pack that, you could buy each figure individually too.
And did you get that straight from Ringside?
Yep. Yeah, this one was from Ringside.
I don't know if you remember, but Do you remember the Kane and CM Punk exclusive elites they had?
I do. I don't have them, but I do remember those. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say you had the CM Punk one.
No, I don't. I have.
I
I have the CM Punk Return Fan Takeover Ultimate, and I've got the Seth Rollins WrestleMania entrance one. Those are some cool ones. Maybe I'll pull up two. This is one that I think Kyle has as well. This is the Ring of Honor Briscoes 2-pack.
That is nice.
And this is from the Jazzwares vault. So Jazzwares has a kind of a special collection where they run back. This is one of 6,000, but it comes in a 2-pack, and then it also has a sleeve with it.
Oh, the presentation is everything, man.
Yeah, and the bells and whistles like here. This one comes with dog collars and the tag team title belts. And there's quite an industry in toy title belts on eBay. Sure. And so, like, anytime you see a figure, like there's a new Cena basic out and it comes with a title belt. And so, like, that appeals to me for Augie because that would be the first title belt he has to play with.
Oh, and then there's that Target Legend set that has the original WWF title on Bruno.
Yeah.
The only one that has it.
Yeah, and I've got one Target kind of close to me, and they are really streaky. The Walmart closest to me is always like eight sets behind. So I'm kind of in the Reno has some better options. This was not a 3-pack. This was the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from 2024. This is the Shawn Michaels WrestleMania entrance.
And that's another image you see a lot in a lot of their video packages.
And it's cool. It comes with the actual attachment and a line, so you could string him up and dangle him.
Shit.
Yeah, so it's got the like rope or cable attachment there, and it has some extension to it, so you could set him up. And that's like one of the parts of, the hobby that I don't really do, but photography and videography. There's full YouTube channels of guys making full videos. WSC Stage Creator is our favorite. He does all these like Royal Rumble matches and stuff like that. He's kind of funny, but
yeah, my uncle used to do that. He used to build wrestling rings, custom rings.
Yeah, and now you can go on eBay and Etsy and get custom ring skirts and full trons. It's crazy. This next one is the Roman Brock Paul Heyman 3-pack.
Oh, okay.
So,
dang.
This is my only Heyman.
And what I like is that they've started making different style boxes. Like before, they would have a 3-pack and it was the same bland background as the basic, the elites. And now even if it's not an exclusive, like that one you showed me for the Briscoes.
Yeah.
Just that presentation alone, even if I don't collect the Briscoes or don't know who they are, you get drawn to it. Like, this is really cool. Like, I might need to have this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what comes back to you, where you said that some figures you're like, hey, I like this. I'm going to get this.
Yeah. And it makes, that's why one of the appeals to me to the exclusives and the limiteds and the things like that. It's a great way if you're playing with these figures to up your accessory game as well. And when you talk accessories, the Raw 30-year 3-pack. So this has Undertaker, Razor Ramon, the 1, 2, 3 Kid. It's got the Raw signs behind it, so you can make the old school Raw entrance display. And then it's got the bag of money with some wads of cash too. So this one was a Target exclusive. It's got that iconic 1, 2, 3 Kid Razor Ramon match, the upset victory. And this was to commemorate the first live Raw. So that's a pretty cool one.
That is nice. Did you ever collect any of the microaggressions?
The smaller ones?
Yeah, the ones that came with like pieces of the ring.
No, I didn't have. I don't have any of those.
You got to get on those. I think you'd really enjoy those because some would come with build the ring, and then the next set had to build the Hell in a Cell. The next set had to get a match. But it was, I think, 5 or 6 figures per set, and they were like nice little like mini elites because they would fold at the middle, the arms, everything would rotate. So it was like mini matches.
Yeah, they've got I think they're called knuckle crunchers now. They're smaller ones. They each come with a weapon. Those are kind of fun. I just got Augie. 2, they're called Gujitsus, and they're like gooey Stretch Armstrong like. So he's got a Cody and Roman of those
like the classics.
Yeah, and so it's been fun getting him into it too, and using that as a bond because now we say wrestling and he does the Jey Uso yeet. He's got his Jey Uso figure. It's always Jey Uso versus LA Knight, even though he's got plenty of figures to pick from.
He's already booked the WrestleMania.
He's got it figured out, and this one is a Maivia Legacy pack, so it's got Peter Maivia, The Rock, and Rocky Johnson in it.
I have seen that one is nice.
This one kind of became a peg warmer a little bit at our Target, where I got it as soon as it came out, and then it was on clearance a couple of weeks later. They had plenty of them. Probably my kind of least compelling. It's very niche. The Rock is in khaki shorts as part of the figure. So from a fighting standpoint, the Rocky Johnson's my favorite one of the 3. Jacked, looks like he's in wrestling shape. But a cool nod. They have Walmart just sent it should be probably getting here today, but they just came out with a Cena 3-pack, and it's 3 different Cenas from 3 different eras I ordered. Should be getting here soon.
Yeah, they usually get thousands of those. I think if it's not an internet exclusive, Target's gonna have so many on their shelves, and they always do that with the 3 and 4 packs. I remember the first 4-pack that came out at Target. I forget who's in it, but I think it was a bunch of classic guys, and it sat on the shelf for months and months and months, and it eventually hit $10 for 4 elite style figures.
That's crazy.
And I bought about 8 of them, and I flipped them all for 20 each on eBay.
There you go. And everyone's saving money still.
And now people are flipping those for like $80, $90. And I'm like, that's just greedy. Like, don't take advantage of people. You know what I mean?
This is another ringside exclusive. The Usos
that is
2-pack.
Nice.
So we'll get each one out here. Jimmy, this is the first time these have come out of the box.
Oh, damn. Let him breathe. Nice.
So there's Jimmy, 6'3".
I love the Ultimates, man. I love them.
I know. They're great.
They look so fun to play with. They'll just bring the kid out in you.
Well, and you get the these ones come with the lays. It's not the Ulafala, but they got you get a lay with each one. You get the 2 tag belts, 2 heads, another set of 2 sets of hands. And so that's the J right there.
No yeet hands for Jay, huh?
No, he wasn't yeeting at this point. And with this 2-pack, he's got his other set of hands behind the Ultimate logo that you can't see. He's got the ones. So they can both do the ones.
Oh, the one set I really, really want is that Bloodline 2.0 set. And with Nia Jax, because they have a Nia Jax hand throwing up the 1.
Oh, I didn't see that.
You see it? It's Solo, Tamatonga, Tongaloa. I think Jacob as well. Yeah, Jacob is in it because that was the hottest selling one out of there because that was his first elite. And the Nia Jax is with her white outfit at Queen of the Ring or with an alternate Chase red outfit. So it matches with the Bloodline colors. And the main picture that Ringside used is all of them throwing up the 1. So I was like, oh, I have to have this set. Like this set is amazing.
That is a cool set.
You really haven't seen that set?
No, I
think it came out maybe like 5, 6, 7 months ago.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that one.
So I was like, you know what? I might even consider having to get the rest of the Bloodline so I could have just like all 11 of them just throwing up the 1 in one long display case.
Heck yeah.
Huh. Shit. I haven't bought figures for a long time. The last time I bought figures I was at Target and they had a Shayna Baszler basic. I think it was after her WrestleMania debut. It was a basic. They had it for $3 and it had about 30 of them. I got all of them.
Oh yeah, okay. So WWE Elite 118 is Tama, Solo, Tonga, Nia, and Jacob Fatu. And
That's a nice set, man.
They just came out with a SmackDown scale ring with a Jacob Fatu exclusive there as well.
Oh wow, they really want to sell that ring, huh?
Yeah. They Ringside still has the translucent one. Have you seen the John Cena translucent one? It's a figure of him, but it's clear.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yes, that is.
You didn't get it?
No, I don't. I was hoping to find it locally because they were
pre-order for so long.
I know, but I was like, Walmart's gonna have it here because we have 10 Walmarts close-ish, and I couldn't find it. So that's the one that's kind of still on my list.
Hell yeah,
to get, and
the tribal chief.
Yeah, and some of them, like, there's a ton of exclusives that I want right away, and then I wait, and they'll go on sale a little bit.
Yeah,
and so that's kind of my move now. That does it for the multi-packs, but I've got two other.
Let me give you a quick pro tip. You like to shop figures at Target, and you were talking about Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
On Black Friday, Target, I forget which day, but I think it's Black Friday or the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Get the Target app, put the notification so you don't miss it. But they'll have a deal where if you buy a certain amount of Target gift cards, you get 10%. I think it's up to 200.
So
there you go. Get one for like $200.
Yeah,
get it for $20 less.
There you go.
And around that time, they also end up watch your app closely because they'll add some coupons like 25% off one toy, 50% off a transaction of $100 worth of toys, stuff like that. Look out for those because you can use it towards figures. You just can't use it towards trading cards.
And Mista goes out of town.
So
Thanksgiving,
you know
Black
what I mean?
Friday
You could end up
weekend,
buying 3 or 4 figures and get one free in the process. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Might have to go cause some trouble.
I'm the coupon expert, man. Whatever you need, let me know. I'll keep an eye out for it, and that way I can text you like, "Hey, dude, I just got it in my app. Check your app."
For sure. Here's another cool one. This is a Matt Cardona WrestleCon exclusive. So this one's out of 500. I was able to get this one, and he signed it in red, white, and blue. Took all the time at the table, and I love Matt Cardona, not because I loved Zack Ryder, but because I love Matt Cardona. Zack Ryder was prevalent when I kind of wasn't watching, and when I came back towards the end, then he went to the Indies, and just who he is, what his story is, and how he keeps working. I've always enjoyed it. I've got another, I've got a Heels and Faces over here signed by him, and then I might grab these. This is a cool Zombie Sailor exclusive CM Punk and his dog Larry, so maybe I'll grab that off the wall here in a second.
Nice. Larry.
This is another cool one because it's an exclusive and it's signed. This was the Tony Storm ringside exclusive. And so the cool thing about this figure is it is in black and white.
Oh.
So they did this figure the way we kind of get her on screen.
Oh.
In the monotone. Cool. And she's signed.
Yeah, you got to get that. That is nice. Yeah. Presentation is everything, man.
Yep, it's got the AEW women's title with it, another set of hands, and then another face where she's kind of making like a pursed lipped face. But Kyle waited in line with me for that one.
He didn't get one.
He didn't have the figure. I think he got a picture with her. But then I got Will Ospreay that weekend too. That's right here. So everything that you see facing you, like on the top rows, all the figures that are facing out, those are all signed. And then so I have all the unsigned tucked behind. So exclusives and autographs get the front, and then all my regulars, like even over here, there's elites that or ultimates that you never really see because they're usually covered up by signatures and things like that. That's
cool.
And then I've got my wrestling belt here. This one's signed. The WWE Championship belt is signed by Mick Foley. We saw him in Sacramento, and Mick Foley is one of my Mount Rushmore guys. I would say him. Diamond Dallas Page is another one that I absolutely loved when I was a kid. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And Stone Cold lives very close to me. I just haven't got him to sign a figure yet. I'm going to get to him eventually. I'm putting it out in the universe that Stone Cold and I will meet at some point. But that's my exclusives. I'll go grab the CM Punk and the Larry one. That one's kind of cool. And then, I mean, from here over, those are AEW signatures, including a signed AEW Cody. I've got Cody, Jade Cargill, John Moxley, Hangman Adam Page, both FTR, both Lucha Bros, Orange Cassidy, Kenny Omega, and Will Ospreay. And then for WWE, Daniel Bryan, Kurt Angle twice, Bret the Hitman Hart's up there, Cowboy Bob Orton, Seth Rollins, Damian Priest, Cameron Grimes, Rhea Ripley, Bianca Belair, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, and the one Rey Mysterio I have remaining. I gave
fuck Rey Mysterio.
I cut my inventory in half. I just sent him to I just sent that Rey Mysterio to Jay Gold. Nice. So, and then some ultimates there, the Seth Rollins and CM Punk ultimates. I can grab those. There's a 2-pack of Moxley and MJF from Full Gear. That's fine. A Jericho costume pack where it's got a bunch of extra accessories and then a ton of.
You ever considered opening a museum?
No, I don't think I have half a room, so probably not. And time wise, this is a very personal in the random moments I have collection. So probably not. I'm inevitably going to win the lottery at some point. So when I have all the time in the world, potentially, but I'm going to let me take a lap. I'll grab a few more of the kind of interesting ones before we get to my top 5.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, guys, while we wait for this guy to get some more stuff, make sure you subscribe to our channel if you are not subscribed yet. Go on over, help us hit 300. We were able to hit 100 and 200 thanks to some very fun marathon streams. We have all kinds of content available. You don't want to miss anything. Shoot us a follow. Shoot us a subscription. Make sure you check us out and check out On the Mark Podcast and Tucker Talks Turf. And shout out to Do-Rag Gags out in the back, working gorilla for us here today. Let's see. We also got a mixer tomorrow, so don't forget to tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. We're going to be talking the results of Saturday night's main event. So should be fun, guys. Here he comes. He's coming back. Let's see what he's got. And I think he's wearing an OTM sweater. Is he? I couldn't tell. You can't decide. It's like he's buying figures. He's like, I want this one. Nah, I already got that one. What about this one? No, I think I have this one. I don't know. It's a little pricey. Oh, no, there's a Ben in the corner. Better put that one back. Yeah, no, you know what? I'm going to take these. Yeah, definitely.
All right. So we'll kick it off. These are heels and faces from Zombie Sailor Toys. You got CM Punk. Wait, what happened? Did I just do that?
No, I think Kyle did that.
I put those. I definitely hit a button, so hopefully Kyle can figure that out.
Definitely hit a button.
Yeah. So we got CM Punk heels and faces.
Oh, that's cool.
With the pre-order, you also got Larry. So that's a pretty fun one.
Of course.
Tiny card, Larry, height 18 inches, weight 3,000 pounds, best dog in the world. It says werewolf in parentheses. Crash landed on Earth and frozen in the Arctic ice for over 100,000 years. You can totally trust him. He flies private.
Totally trusted.
He flies private. He's a cultural icon, and he was rescued from Paws in Chicago. And then CM Punk's stat says he's one of the most popular professional wrestlers of all time, known for being the best in the world. The straight edge star has defeated many opponents with his GTS finisher. And the last bullet point says he is April's husband. So kind of funny there. And then on the back too, which is kind of cool for the CM Punk, you can see the original art rendering.
Oh, that's cool.
That they used. And so, yeah, I like Zombie Sailor toys. Sometimes, I mean, this one took a lot longer than expected to get. But sometimes those things are out of the, designer or creator's hands. And so it took longer than expected, but it got here and they already had my money. So excited about that one. I love this one. The Seth Rollins Ultimate Fan Takeover. And this is from the Clash at the Castle entrance.
Ooh, okay, so that's nice.
It's got the cool
the Peacock Fire Flames.
Yep. There's him on the side, him on the back. And so these pieces like this, the unique entrance gear, that's what piques my attention now. Here is the CM Punk ringside exclusive and this gear is from Money in the Bank 2011.
Yes.
The same day as WWE contract ran out, the Second City Saint promised to defeat John Cena and walk out of the company with the WWE Championship. Not only did he live up to that promise, but he blew a kiss on the way out. So, couple sets of hands, belt, soft goods. He showed up to
a baseball game with the belt too, right?
I think I think you're right.
Yeah, and then they try to ask him, like, are you going back? And he was like, no.
And, their soft goods game is really improved. This is not a sticker on a shirt the way that it used to be. It's printed onto the fabric as well. So that one's pretty cool. And then the other two that I grabbed are my favorite AEW Supremes. It's the Lucha Bros from their All Out 2021. So Ray Phoenix with the headgear.
Nice.
And then I love the way that these are displayed because you can put it this way and see the jacket. Mm-hmm. And the jacket and set of arms to create it, tag belt. And then on this side you've got the faces.
They want you to open it.
Yep. You see everything you're getting. Damn. Hands, 6 extra hands. Yeah, the Supremes from AEW, it sounds like Jazzwares is done making AEW figures, but the Supreme collection was awesome. And then this one kind of takes the cake for me, the Penta figure in the jacket with the arms attached. Oh, the side profile with the headgear. You got the faces over here. Extra hands, and then on the side you get his tattooed arms, and then the tag belt as well. Yeah, so those are probably my two favorite Supremes that I have as well.
Oh yeah. Damn. So how many Supremes are there?
I don't know total on mine. 1, 2.
Was it a big run or just a few?
I mean, I don't even know if they made 20.
So like the original defining moments, we only had like 10 or 12 of them before they brought it back.
Yeah, there have been at least 17 AEW Supremes. I don't have all of them. I have, let's see. That's why I like my spreadsheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 Supreme. CM Punk, Cody, John Moxley, Kenny Omega, and then the Lucha Bros. But apparently there were 17, not including the like exclusives, like the Britt Baker Blood and Guts one. It's not really a Supreme, but yeah. So I liked the Supremes, but I guess AEW is kind of done, or Jazzwares is kind of done with AEW in total.
Just Jax right now, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they've got a Will Ospreay Supreme. I didn't know they had a Swerve Strickland and Prince Nana 2-pack. That would have been.
Do you have any of the OG WWF Supremes Jax figures?
I have. I've got a classic Superstars here, and then I've got a Survivor Series Titantron.
Oh, the Titantrons! I love those, man.
And yes, and so those are over here in my top 5, and then
exciting.
I've got a Kurt Angle one in this corner here.
The signed one, right? You said you had a signed one?
Yeah. I've got a Kurt Angle Ultimate signed, and then over there is a WrestleMania Jax signed. So not a ton of Jax, tons of Mattel. Tons and tons of Mattel.
Yeah, but Mattel was just so much better than Jax, I think, over time. At first, it was already looking good at first, but it was like, can this stay consistent? And now it's at what, series 100 something for elites and basics? Or basic is at what, 200, 300?
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, and now they've kind of repositioned it as main event, their basics. So they've kind of rebranded the line and changed it. But yeah.
And I remember they would get basics as first in the line first, and now it's elites.
Yeah. There's no, it seemingly like the draft, not really any kind of rhyme or reason, because some people will debut with an elite, and then some people will debut with the basics still. But they're not opposed to making someone's first figure an elite. Like I don't know that Fatu got a basic before he got an elite. So it's interesting who they pick for what. But it's a hot hobby for sure. Very competitive.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. You want to do my top 5?
Yeah, let's do your top 5. What you got?
So
show me your top 5 all time.
For my top 5, I went with my top 5 signed figures, and not necessarily the most valuable figures, because like I've got a Bret Hart up there. There's another Kurt Angle sitting up there. Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, Moxley, Hangman. So I think there's some pretty good value on the shelf. But for me, my top 5, it starts with Kevin Owens basic signed at a Walmart, little crunchy corner, Series 96. And this is kind of the figure that I lend the craft to, or my hobby passion to, because that was the first signed figure I got. And that was when I was still under the impression where like, oh, I'll just find free meet and greets all the time and I'll just get figures signed for free. And how mistaken I was for that. But my second figure is a signed Mankind Survivor Series Titantron. I had this figure when I was a kid. And so this is and I bought this on eBay and got it signed in person, and he was awesome. I got a signed Mr. Sacco, 2 8x10s, a figure, a belt. He signed everything. But I actually had this figure when I was a kid, and Mick Foley and Mankind specifically was one of my favorite wrestlers. You know, he was the everyman, tough guy. Like I thought I could look like him a lot easier than I could look like some of the other guys on the back of this box, like badass Billy Gunn. The Undertaker's absolutely shredded in this figure. Stone Cold. Like I didn't feel like I could look like those guys, but the box is a little kind of worn and damaged. But for me,
for its age, considering how old it is,
1999, yeah. Malibu, California. Shout out to Jax. So this is in my top 5. The next one, this was a mail in, so I mailed the figure into ringside, or not ringside, High Spots. And this is a signed Sting AEW Luminaries. And this one is JSA certed, but this was done. I mailed the figure into High Spots and paid for Sting to sign it. And then he signs it on camera so you can see when he signs yours, kind of deal. So High Spots does that a lot.
Getting your money's worth there. Gives you a little peace of mind.
Yeah.
Like you could keep doing that same thing with these guys, knowing you're in good hands.
Yeah, I agree. And did the same thing with the Shawn Michaels. This one's Beckett certified. This is his ring gear from Survivor Series 95. Gear, yeah, and the pants are soft, so rubber jacket, rubber hat, but the pants are soft goods. And sometimes trying to get rubber pants on the figure is a nightmare.
Yeah.
But I am a big Shawn Michaels guy. I loved him when I was a kid, so I got his signature. And he's a guy that I will collect the special, the entrances, the different ring gears, because I love Shawn Michaels. And then my number 5 is a Jack Specific Classic Superstars Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh man,
one of my favorites, one of my big time guys when I was a kid. The diamond cutter was badass.
That's a beautiful signature.
And gave so much time at the table, talked, lets you do the diamond picture with him.
Hell yeah.
But those are, I would say those are my personal top 5 autographs. I mean, we ran down the list too. There's a bunch of them. You can, if anyone looks at the figure list and wants something picked out, bit.ly/Tucky's Fig List will take you to a Google sheet of everything. Auto, there are tabs at the bottom, but my multi-packs are kind of fun. And then, like I said, when you look at the list, I don't think you would necessarily see any complete sets or anything like that. And you'll see that I've got one of some people, and I have 4 Rey Mysterio figures. So
that's 4 boosts for you.
He might be the one I have the most of. I've got 4 Rays, 3 Fiends, 3 Edges. I think I have the most Rey Mysterio, which means he's probably on sale the most.
We need to get you more Edges.
I've got 3 Edges. It's fun. Couple Biancas. For AEW, I don't know that I have many repeats unless they're in a multi-pack too. I've got a couple MJFs. They're in a multi-pack, and then I've got 33 autos. So
nice.
The only person I have more than one of, I've got 2 Kurt Angles and I've got 2 Matt Cardonas. But for me in my collection, like I'm never going to get to the Fig Heel or Cardona's standpoint where they're donating and dedicating entire rooms to it.
Not with that attitude.
No, You said you're going to hit the lotto. I got to wait to hit the lotto, so I'm trying to play patient and humble until I'm just drowning in money.
Yeah, no, I hear that. What's one figure your holy grail that you don't have, that you absolutely have to have, but it's either not within your reach or it's just like right there?
The one that I think that's like, for me, a holy grail is getting a signed Stone Cold, because I know that that's gettable. Like I've literally seen him out at restaurants. And so as I continue to live here, more and more people know him and have connections and go riding with him. And so ultimately getting one, I have a Stone Cold figure in the collection. I would probably look at maybe a bit more iconic one. Like I've got a WrestleMania Elite. Like it's just kind of a stock figure. But Stone Cold would be number 1 for me. I want a WWE Cody. I want a Seth Rollins. And so I would say Stone Cold's number 1, because that is peak childhood for me. I also want a Triple H, specifically like Triple H DX. That was my favorite Triple H. Because when he took off, I had kind of stopped watching at that point. But Triple H is another one, and then Gunther's another one that I would love. There's so many now. You say one and you go on a list of 30, but my I would be satisfied and happy with my collection as is if I had a signed Stone Cold.
Oh yeah.
Undertaker, there's so many, but and then women's wise, I've got a signed Rhea, I've got a signed Bianca. Those are two. I would love a signed Charlotte and Asuka. She's one of my other favorites. That I love Asuka, and so getting a signed Asuka would be cool too.
So would you say your collection is more about getting figures or more about getting figures to get signed?
Well, it started with having as many figures as I could get and afford and finding deals. But now it's like when I'm looking at convention lists, it's do I have that figure already to get signed? Because ultimately, like I love signed figures are the top of my collection. That's where I'm working towards. I don't think I'll get every figure that I have signed. But I'm always looking to build like my base and my foundation, because if there is a meet and greet or an opportunity and I can pull a figure off a shelf, that's a lot easier than waiting on eBay to go your way and paying more than you would. So my two priorities with the collection: wrestlers I don't have but like. There are figures that are still on the shelves at a Target or a Walmart of just wrestlers that I don't love. I don't mess around with, like the Earthquake Legends from Target. I don't need that. Earthquake's not a part of my kind of fandom. So figures I don't have. I don't need to be a completionist. I want an interesting, intriguing collection. And ultimately, I'm just hunting more and more signed figures at the right prices. I think trying to maintain a budget is important. And then, my advice for people looking to start a collection is I found a lot of deals on Whatnot and eBay as well. I love Whatnot, and so I really have to temper my relationship with Whatnot, because I'll be on there for 2 hours and just swiping and trying to buy and stuff like that. And then eBay, when I am looking on eBay, I'll go in and type in like WWE figures in box, ending soonest and lowest price. So trying to find and snipe deals that way. But my two priorities are building an interesting collection, hopefully under full price, and then trying to get as many figures as I have signed. And I'm excited to see what that'll look like as Augie gets older and grows too, because I didn't go to any conventions as a kid. We didn't really go to many shows. The money department was not really suitable for that. And so now I think as Augie grows up, I'm excited to take him to a show. I tried to get Mista to take him to Survivor Series at Petco Park, but she said no. So,
I mean, what is it? 2 weeks away?
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving weekend, so it's at the end of November. But she's going one way, and then I'm just going to hunker down here and have a quiet house. So I think there's something to celebrate with that too. Oh,
you get to watch Survivor Series all alone?
Yes, which sometimes isn't a bad thing. Yes, that's awesome.
Probably a Four Loco or two, huh?
Yeah. We're gonna have a one-man tuck party.
Yeah.
Perhaps, I mean, that weekend would be great for a mixer as well for me, because I'll have some time. But yeah,
I think we could do that. I mean, we're gonna have to do something for Survivor Series. So
absolutely, I love it.
We know that we got our first volunteer.
I did. I tried to pitch it too. Like, this one's cool. It's at a baseball stadium. So we've never been to that baseball stadium, and wrestling's happening there. But yeah, she's not feeling it. So
try again in a couple days.
Well, I go every year to SummerSlam, and that's become a pattern. So she's like, how does this impact your SummerSlam budget? And I try to have no restrictions during SummerSlam weekend, because that's like my chapter. It closes the summer, ends the summer ball. I go home, see family. And then the last few years, wherever I've been in Indiana, we've been flying or driving to get to SummerSlam. So
You're already out there. You got to eat. You got to get water and stuff.
We'll be out in Minneapolis next year, 2 nights at the Vikings Stadium. Lot of different places, pretty close from an Airbnb standpoint. So I'm looking for that.
How much for your tickets?
Well, for SummerSlam this year, I think they were $450
per day
for both nights. Yeah, 200 level both nights. Well, and that was the thing when we went to WrestleMania at SoFi, we paid $440 for both nights, 200 level, straight on the entrance ramp. So we had the full entrance. It was all right in front of us. And then tickets last year for Mania in Vegas were $1,200 for 400 level for $600 a night to be like at the top of the stadium. So I was nervous about SummerSlam, but I'm setting aside like 500 for kind of good 200 level, maybe somewhere on the 100 level. But I like forward 200 level compared to back 100 level. And so hoping they don't go too crazy with the ticket, because that's what I said. I never thought I'd miss Las Vegas WrestleMania, and I won't be going 2 years in a row because of the ticket prices for WrestleMania. So.
Well, I mean, I threw it out in the group chat, and I threw it out to Kyle that, we could always all just meet up there and hit like the indie shows, get some content going. We could hang out outside of WrestleMania. We could like get videos of like, hey, this is what the pop sounds like from outside.
Yeah. Yeah. There's definitely ways. There's things. Yeah. And we talked about that for SummerSlam as well.
But we'll find something to do. The atmosphere alone is going to be WrestleMania. There's going to be stuff we could hit for free, stuff we could hit for a small dollar amount. We could hit some indie shows. We could all go hang out at the bar, something.
You also like. I've just never been down there the day of without tickets, but there could be, like when we went to SummerSlam in Cleveland, our tickets we paid $250 for on pre-sale, like pretty early, and then the day of the show there were 2 seats right next to us for $80. And so if you're in the area and you're around and you're shooting content and you go on 30 minutes into the show and miss the first match, there might be tickets there.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know, dude.
But I've never just been, I've never been at a spot without a ticket, Yeah. But that could be a cool thing. And there, like you said, Mania weekend, there's so much to do. There's so many shows before the event. There's midnight shows after Mania night 1, Superstore, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And it's easy for everybody. Yeah. And casinos. It's easy for all of us to get together, do a bunch of content. We could hang out outside of WrestleMania, wait for Simon Miller, and maybe catch him before the crowds do, because he always does like a live ups and downs after the show. So that could be something fun to do, just to meet somebody that used to do what we do. So
for sure,
be like a nice little inspiration. Like if this guy can get a crowd like this, so can we one day.
Absolutely,
that'll be something fun to do. Get the guys to fly out or drive out, whichever. We'll all just hang out, do our own thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think they do have a big screen, something outside. Or if not, I'm sure there's going to be bars playing it. They're going to want people to come and sit down and eat and drink. So we could always figure something out. Throw it out there.
What that last comment, that immersive experience, I think he's talking about Cosm, which is I think there's one in LA and I think there's one in Texas.
There's one in LA.
They could do something at the Sphere. They didn't. That's an activation they haven't utilized yet.
And you never know. It's
cool.
night 2 of it's the second year in a row of Vegas. They're going to want to do it bigger. So who knows?
There could be something. I
predict that was the key selling point. They're like, New Orleans doesn't have a Sphere. We do. Okay, fuck it. Year 2.
Yeah, and it's interesting because there's articles out about tourism in Vegas being down. So I wonder what the cost will look like next year compared to this year.
So, never know, man. But where's Kyle had popped up something. He popped up the banner. I was going to start promoting the network, but I mean, before we get out of here, was there anything else you wanted to share with us? Any other figures you wanted to show off real quick? 1 or 2 more, or
no?
Turf.
I think I'm good. Yeah, I mean, if you're a wrestling fan that likes grass and baseball field care, follow at Tucker Talks Turf on everything: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So that's been a lot of fun. But this hour's been a lot of fun. First time kind of showing off the collection. And it's fun to be a WWE and pro wrestling junkie. From the figures up here, the belt I've got, those are all wrestling pins that come from my pro wrestling crates I get. So it's a lot of fun, and I appreciate you having me on. And
I think we have another episode.
Yeah,
with all the stuff you have, I think maybe in like a month or two we can do another episode, and you can just show off a bunch of us.
There's plenty to look at for sure.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate it so much. But thank you to everybody who came out, showed some love. Don't forget to subscribe to us. We're on the road to 300. Help us hit 300 so we can move on to trying to hit 400, 500. We're almost there to 1 million. We can do this. We need your guys' support to do so. Make sure you follow us on X, Instagram, YouTube, Etsy. What else do we have? Facebook. And just hit our link tree to get connected with everybody. We've got our link tree available on our Twitter. It'll show you, all of our acts, all of our shows, all the good stuff we have available. Follow everybody individually. Show everybody some love. Best place to find some solid wrestling content is right here at the Main Event Wrestling Network.
And you can scan